The gentlewoman from New York, Ms. Ocasio-Cortez, is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Chairwoman Waters, for convening this important hearing, and thank you, Secretary Fudge, for coming before us today and sharing your expertise and knowledge. I think hearing a lot of these question lines from their side of the aisle, it kind of feels like Groundhog Day, right? It's the same 2 or 3 things that we're hearing over and over and over again. And I think that there's some confusion, or perhaps some of this information that you're trying to communicate isn't quite getting across. So I want us to talk about the emergency rental assistance program. We know, for folks who are just tuning in at home, this was developed in response to the crisis that we had due to the pandemic. We had massive spikes in unemployment due to shutdowns, and people were at risk of losing their homes and being evicted. So Congress authorized a total in 2 sums of about $46 billion in emergency rental assistance to get to tenants and landlords to help cover the rent during this time. Now, the issue that we have is that the CDC's eviction moratorium is set to expire in 11 days. And out of this $46 billion that we have authorized and that has been provided in emergency rental assistance, very little of that has gone out. Now, again, this is, as you've communicated throughout this hearing, this is not under the domain and not due to any bottlenecks at HUD, but you would say that this is due to state and local municipal governments, correct?
Correct.
The checks have gone out, that money has been dispersed, and the reason, the holdup, is because governors, mayors, municipal governments are not getting it out to people, correct?
Correct.
So all of this hubbub about wanting to talk to the Treasury Secretary and you being right before us with your expertise, I think they're trying to address the wrong folks in this bottleneck. Would that be a fair assessment to make?
Yes.
Thank you. And so if my colleagues are concerned about these bottlenecks, they need to get their governors on the phone. They need to get their mayors on the phone. Would you say that's correct?
Yes.
And I would beseech my colleagues, if they represent a state where their governor is of their same party, to be unafraid to hold your own party governors accountable. I say this as a person who does that within my own party. Now, what I will say that I'd like to engage with you on today is that I am concerned about some of the communications happening with the Biden administration regarding the eviction moratorium date. The eviction moratorium is set to expire within 11 days, and whether it's in federal control or not, the money to help people has not gone out. So my question to you is, in your view, should this eviction moratorium be extended?
If I may say this, Congresswoman, I think you're going to see significantly higher numbers of usage by the end of this month. I would say that I can't speak for the CDC, and the only reason that it's being extended is because the CDC has said that there is a health crisis. So I don't know that really it's something that can be done if, in fact, we believe that we are coming out of COVID. So I would just suggest that, as you said, all hands on deck.
Okay, thank you. And while I know that this isn't quite under HUD, we do know, and this has come up during the course of this hearing, that housing is a profound social indicator of health, correct?
Yes.
And would it be fair to say that if for whatever reasons due to the emergency rental assistance not coming out in time, if it wasn't, if we evicted if this resulted in a large population of people being evicted due to this mismatch in timing and fund distribution, could that precipitate almost a secondary public health crisis and concern due to displacement and homelessness?
Well, certainly it could.
And do you believe that the CDC should potentially consider housing status as an indicator in health and public health?
I think that every single person in America should be trying to figure out how we keep people in their homes. So, I mean, those are discussions that I know will come up with CDC, but I'm certainly hopeful that we will not have to face that.
Of course, thank you very much.
Thank you. The